Hey everyone, I'm George and I'm back with a new video. I just saw the Thor Ragnarok trailer that was released at the San Diego Comic-Con, and what's awesome about the Comic-Con is we usually get really awesome announcements and previews of upcoming films. Well, Thor Ragnarok comes out November 3rd of 2017 and we got a new trailer for it. The old trailer is really awesome, but this new trailer is by far my favorite. So this video is going to be my Thor Ragnarok breakdown and analysis video. So a little background, Thor Ragnarok is the third film in the Thor trilogy of movies. We've gotten 3 Captain America movies, 3 Iron Man movies, and this is the final Thor movie. So this trailer starts out with some very quirky 80s music to kind of set the mood. It works really well. This trailer as a whole is very quirky, and it's something that I'm very excited about with Thor Ragnarok because it seems to evoke kind of like the Guardians of the Galaxy feel. It's full of color, it's very bright, there's a lot of really awesome imagery in this trailer, and I think because of this we can expect to get a really gorgeous film out of this. So the trailer opens up with Thor. He's talking to Bruce Banner. We get a little background. It's come full circle for Thor. He talks about his past and his present and where he's at now. And he definitely seems like he's changed a lot, especially from the first film where he's very brash and uncaring. This Thor seems to really have matured, and you can see that in the trailer. So he's also talking to Bruce Banner. What we also see here is we get a lot of shots of Hela. For those who aren't familiar, Hela is a major villain in the comics, and she is very powerful in the comics, and it looks like she is also incredibly powerful here in the film. The actress who plays Hela in this movie is Cate Blanchett. She's a fantastic actress, and she really brings this character to life. She is very intimidating and very dark, and I'm really looking forward to her because it does appear that she's going to be the main antagonist for Thor in this movie, and she is extremely powerful. So we do get a lot of shots of her. And one of the most interesting shots is that she wipes out Asgard. There's another really cool shot, I think it's like a flashback shot that really highlights how beautiful this trailer is. And you see Hela, she's being attacked by an army of Valkyries and she's fighting them by herself. And it's just incredible. I really think this movie is going to be very beautiful and full of striking imagery. So Hela really features prominently in this trailer, and she is an awesome threat. Along with Hela, we also get to see Karl Urban's character, Scourge. He's actually a really interesting character. In the comics, he has a really great character moment, and I'm really hoping we get that here in the film. So we continue in the trailer. Thor's still talking to Bruce Banner. It's really funny because he's talking to Banner. He mentions that they got into a fight, and Bruce Banner's kind of surprised, and he's like, well, who won? And you see Thor kind of trying to change the subject as soon as possible. He tells Banner that he won, and it was super easy. But in the trailer, you see that Thor is actually having a hard time with Hulk. Even Bruce Banner mentions that, well, that's kind of unusual because he knows how powerful the Hulk is, but it's just really funny. And that's what I really enjoy about Thor's character development. You really see it here in the trailer. He's very different from when we first met him in the first film, and he's kind of come a long way, and he makes jokes and he's sarcastic, and I think Chris Hemsworth has done a great job with the Thor character. And so the trailer continues. We get to see Loki, we get to see more of Hela, we get to see a little bit more of Scourge, we even see the Grandmaster, but we also see Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie character, and she's sporting some new kind of white armor. It looks really awesome, and I'm really excited to learn more about her character. So the Thor Ragnarok film, for those who aren't familiar, it's kind of adapting the Thor Ragnarok storyline, but it's also kind of adapting the World War Hulk storyline. And in that storyline, Hulk is transported to another planet and he has to battle. We see that in the arena. But also in this trailer, Thor mentions that he's forming a team. And yes, I think he's also kind of referencing the Avengers, but I think he's also referencing the Warbound. This is his version of the Warbound. Coming out of the Planet Hulk storyline, he had a group of friends, they were the Warbound, they fought together. In this film, I think Thor's Warbound is going to be Valkyrie, Loki, Thor, and the Hulk. The other comic book storyline that's being adapted here is the Thor Ragnarok storyline. And it's a huge storyline in the comics. It involves tons of characters. It's really interesting, but I don't want to go into too much because I don't want to risk spoiling the movie here. But at its most basic, the Ragnarok storyline, just like in Norse mythology, the Ragnarok storyline is about death and rebirth. And we get to see a lot of that in the trailer here as Hela kind of destroys Asgard. And we also see kind of Thor rising from the ashes. We get to see a lot of things in this trailer. And the other really noteworthy moments, we do see Hulk taking on Fenris Wolf. We also see the Rainbow Bridge. We see what looks like Valkyrie, Loki, Thor. We even see Heimdall in the trailer. It's a brief image of Heimdall. I'm not sure what he's doing. It looks like he's kind of on the run, but we do see him in the trailer. One of the other really interesting moments that it cuts to in the trailer is when Loki and Thor are traveling between dimensions, you actually see Hela chasing them, and it looks like she kills Loki. Now, I don't think this is actually going to happen, or I hope it doesn't, because I like Loki so much. And we have seen he kind of does like a bait and switch. He can create duplicates of himself. I'm hoping it's just a duplicate. I don't think that they would show something as important as Loki dying in just the trailer. So I'm hoping it's just a duplicate, and I could be wrong, it could be somebody else, but I think it's Loki. It's kind of towards the end of the trailer. If you pause it, you'll see what I think is Loki being stabbed by Hela. The other thing I'm liking a lot about this trailer is we are seeing a lot of Tom Hiddleston's Loki character. I love his character. I really would have liked to see more of him in the Marvel Universe post-Avengers, post-Thor 2, The Dark World, but we are getting him, and he looks to be playing a major part in this film, and I'm really excited about that because I love movie Loki, and I can't get enough of him and Thor teaming up, and it looks like we're going to get that in Thor Ragnarok, so I'm so excited about that. At the end of the trailer, what's really interesting is we see Thor and Hulk just sitting down, and Hulk actually talks here, and you see Hulk talking to Thor, and what's incredibly funny about this moment is Thor mentions how him and Hulk are just sort of kind of as brash characters who just want to fight and don't have much else to them than that. And what's funny is you actually hear the Hulk talking, and he actually puts down Thor because the Hulk describes himself as a raging fire, and then he describes Hulk as kind of like a smoldering little nothing fire, and it's just hilarious. It's a great moment in and of itself. But just seeing the Hulk talking is really cool too, because we don't really see too much of that. So it's a really good trailer. And if Hulk talking wasn't enough, we actually get to see the Hulk at the very end of the trailer jumping in the air and taking on Surtur, the fire demon. For those who aren't familiar with Surtur, he's actually the most important part of the Ragnarok storyline because he's actually responsible for bringing about Ragnarok in the comic books. He is incredibly powerful. The best way I can think of describing him is a Dormammu, even Thanos level threat. And you see the Hulk just jumping to knock him in the nose. I really hope we get this moment. I hope this isn't just a dream sequence. This is something I was looking forward to as soon as the title of Thor Ragnarok came out. I want to see Thor taking on Surtur. So overall, this may be not just one of my favorite Marvel trailers, but maybe one of my favorite trailers ever made. It is such a bombastic, fun, and exciting trailer, and it's gotten me so hyped up for the film in November. So overall, I was just blown away by this trailer. I am so hyped for the movie. I was already hyped for it based on the first trailer, but I think this trailer blows the first one out of the water. It is so great. I love this trailer. It's that good. You should really check it out. And if you want to discuss Thor Ragnarok, if you have some ideas what might happen, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Are you as excited for the movie as I am? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I'm so excited for this movie, and I hope you guys are too. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you like my content, I have a lot of other videos. Check those out. And if you like those, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and as always, thank you for watching.
It's our lives in hindsight.